Hey everybody, it's InnoVision, and we have got an exciting weekend ahead of us. We're going to meet the Kevin Eastman, as in Kevin Eastman, the co-creator of our beloved Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. This weekend, we're going all the way to North Carolina, to the North Carolina Comiccon. And to add to the excitement, the PC version of TMNT Splintered Fate just came out yesterday, and we've had a chance to play it for about an hour or so. So you're going to want to stick around to see our initial impressions, and we have an amazing toy of the day that you're not going to want to miss. So while the game's been out for over a year now on Nintendo Switch, it just came out on PC yesterday, and for me personally, I wanted to wait for the PC version of the game because I wanted to add it to my Steam library. You know, I've had my Steam library for decades now, and I just love the fact that I can carry it with me anywhere I go. Splintered Fate is a roguelike, which means it's one of those games that you can kind of pick up and put down, and you can just pick up where you left off and can play short, kind of like bursty gameplay sessions. And so that's perfect. The timing worked out just perfectly for me this weekend. I get to go meet the co-creator of the Ninja Turtles while I play a game I've been waiting for a while about Ninja Turtles on some of my favorite devices. My understanding is that the game does run a lot smoother on PCs and gaming handhelds than the Nintendo Switch counterpart, and that wouldn't surprise me. You know, I've just played for about an hour or so, and I can attest to the game running buttery smooth. The visual quality is stunning. So for those of you who are not familiar with roguelikes, you've probably been living under a rock, but that's okay. Roguelikes are games that essentially, as you're playing through your bursty gameplay sessions, when you die, it's a permanent death. And so all the levels you've upgraded, all the items you've acquired, they disappear with you and you have to start over again. And so Splintered Fate is very much like a roguelike. Oh, also they're procedurally generated levels in roguelikes. So, you know, enemy spawn points, level layouts typically change every time you play it, so it keeps the game interesting. Splintered Fate does feel like very dungeon crawly. You're in the sewers instead of like dungeons, but it still gives you that dungeon crawler feel as you play the game. So here's kind of my first impressions of the game. The game runs very smooth. Visually, it's simple in terms of like polygons and models, but it's visually stunning all at the same time. So it adds to the ambiance of the game. You know, the color palettes that they've used in the game help you feel like in tune with the environments as you're exploring them. And then the voice acting is absolutely superb. It adds a certain level of depth as you're playing the game and realism to the characters as you're listening to them, you know, communicate amongst each other. So this game is definitely one of the more challenging ones. I could say so far it's the most challenging Ninja Turtles game, except for this original one, very first game that came out on NES. Now, I think this is the hardest Ninja Turtles game ever made. Anybody who disagrees with me, change my mind. So my kids are already getting pissed off playing this game. They're whining. So it's going to be one of those games that we're going to play together. I'll probably get pissed off at it here pretty soon. I haven't beat the game yet, but after you've completed 8 runs, it'll unlock the game's ending. Now, I know you've been eyeing my toy of the day, and you've probably been trying to figure out what's in here. So this is a NECA action figure of the Kevin Eastman. Now this is so cool. The thing that's special about this Kevin Eastman action figure, it's of a cameo he made from a deleted scene in the very first Ninja Turtles movie from the 90s. And so in that scene, he was playing the role of a trash man. And so some of the accessories that the figure has, a trash bag and a sketch pad, and the turtles are drawn in the style that Kevin Eastman draws the Ninja Turtles. And so it's really cool because they're just paying homage to Kevin Eastman's greatness in the Ninja Turtles franchise. And so this one, on top of all that, is a New York Comic-Con exclusive. So it could only be pre-ordered at the NECA store during the New York Comic-Con. They were sold out within like a couple of minutes. Like a couple of my friends tried to get one and they couldn't. I'm lucky enough to have gotten mine. And it came in just in time so I can get him to autograph it. So I'm not planning on opening this. I'm going to have the Kevin Eastman autograph Kevin Eastman. And I'll show you guys once we get it autographed. So this is going to be the first time I'm going to try to do something like this. But as the weekend goes on and we're at North Carolina Comic-Con, I'm going to be trying to post updates. I'm going to keep everyone informed on all the excitement and anything cool that we see. We're going to post pictures or videos about it. But anyways, I got to run. I still got to pack. Make sure you hit that like and subscribe button, and we'll see you soon.